Does your furry friend take over your bed every night? It's time to reclaim your space while giving them the comfort they deserve with the coldest, cozy dog bed. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to buy now on Amazon.
A teacher has won a £675,000 payout after suing her older sister and her sister's ex-husband over claims their elderly mother's fortune was blown on high-risk spread betting and a £54,000 Porsche. Olivia Wright told a court how her sister Emma Parfament, 53, took control of their 84-year-old mother Angela Wright's finances in 2017 when she became mentally fragile. After banking £475,000 of their parents' life savings, including the proceeds of her house sale, Ms. Parfament transferred £450,000 to her ex-husband Neil Parfament, who claimed he could invest the cash for profit. But special needs teacher Ms. Wright claimed her former brother-in-law's investments were in fact highly speculative currency spread betting, and the cash has now vanished. Her mother died aged 86 in 2019, and Ms. Wright went to court in a bid to discover the fate of her fortune and retrieve it from her sister and former brother-in-law. Mr. Parfament claimed he gave back to his ex-wife £144,000, of which she spent £54,000 on a Porsche. But Ms. Parfament denied receiving anything nor buying a car, accusing her ex of wasting nearly all the money. Now Judge Nigel Gerald has ordered the pair to pay back £475,000 to cover the missing money, plus interest estimated at about £200,000, after finding that because of their actions there was virtually no money left in the estate. Central London County Court heard that Ms. Parfament took over their mum's financial affairs in December 2017 after she was deemed to lack mental capacity and had difficulty with her short-term memory and thought processing. Ms. Wright's barrister William Moffat said Ms. Parfament went on to hand control of almost all of the fortune to her ex-husband, a former advertising agency boss. He said, most but not all of these misappropriated sums, in payments totaling £450,000, were then paid by Emma to Neil Parfament, they say, for him to invest at a return. This intended investment was in fact Mr. Parfament engaging in currency spread betting. They conspicuously fail to provide any meaningful detail of precisely what happened. Ms. Parfament insisted her mother was competent to make decisions at the time and had approved the cash transfers to her son-in-law. But Mr. Moffat told the judge Ms. Parfament was holding the funds on trust for her mother, adding, it was not in the deceased's best interests that her money should be passed to Ms. Parfament's personal accounts. It is a gross dereliction of her duties of prudent management and investment of those monies to have taken them out of the management of financial professionals and paid them to her ex-husband, who apparently produced no sort of evidence that he was qualified to do anything with them and who instead was to use them for spread betting. He told the court, the deceased was clearly not a well lady at this time, she was living in a care home and suffering mental impairment issues. Mr. Parfament, 52, admitted being handed money to invest, but denied knowing explicitly that it was his former mother-in-law's, the court heard. He said he repaid £144,000 of the £450,000 total, which he had received to his ex, from which she spent £54,000 on a Porsche. His ex-wife, however, denied shelling out any cash on the high-performance car and claimed she channeled the investment funds to Mr. Parfament because she wanted to maximize her elderly mother's income. She said she was lulled into continuing with her ex-husband's investments after he sent her account statements showing a seemingly increasingly rosy balance with purported astronomical returns, with an ultimate balance of more than £1.16 million. She was growing suspicious by spring in 2019, but her ex was evasive when she challenged him, Ms. Parfament claimed. She told the judge, I thought I was doing the right thing on behalf of my mother's estate, I had no idea that the money would never be returned. After a day in court, the judge ruled in favor of Ms. Wright and her mother's estate, awarding summary judgment against both her sister and Mr. Parfament. He ruled that six-figure sums had been paid by Ms. Parfament to her ex, who apparently invested it in spread betting. The judge added that none of this cash had gone back to the siblings' mom or her estate, describing the fate of the money invested by Mr. Parfament as pretty much a mystery. Mr. Gerald said, while Emma, Admi,